Welcome to Firearms of America. Today I have the review of this Bersa Thunder 40 Pro. Let's see what it does. So Bersa, Argentinian company. This particular one is chambered in 40. That's where Pro 40 name comes from. Argentinian company, Argentinian police, military, they have this as their standard handgun. Chambered, in fact, most of the times in 40, Smith & Wesson, like this one right here. Curious to see how it shoots. Never shot an Argentinian gun before. The magazine, very easy to load. I absolutely love it. Now this particular one is 13 plus 1, obviously different calibers, different cartridges, going to have a different magazine capacity. So I'm going to load myself one and we'll see what it can do. As you can see, nicely numbered over here, 13, 9, and 5, so you know exactly how many you put in there. Overall, the feel of the gun feels really good. I do like the aggression. Now the grip itself here is polymer plastic, and then the frame is aluminum alloy for some extra, reduction of weight. And of course we do have our steel slide. Now the slide itself is very easy to rack. I definitely do like it. No front grips. I know some people don't like the front grips, just rear grips, and I do like it as well. So let's do some shooting, see how it does. Perfect. And I will try to get that orange one in the center. Let's see if I can get that. All right. That's not a very good start. Let's see, give it another shot. A little bit over. A few things that I wanted to point out here. Now let me load another round. And actually I'm going to reload 2 rounds and I'll show you something so you can keep that in mind. Again, might necessarily not be the gun. Bersas, they are known for being pretty good. So check this out right here, and I'm gonna engage the decocker safety here that, as you can see, pulls the hammer right back. But one thing I wanted to point out here, which I do like, it's a really cool feature. As you can see, it has this indicator right here that shows that there is something currently in the chamber, and I think that's a really, really great feature. Now another thing that I wanted to point out, because this is a single double action, as you can see, I have been shooting single action, so you normally shoot like you would shoot any normal pistol, right? But after engaging the decocker safety, basically what happens is that you put your pistol into the double action. So now obviously there's more pull on the trigger. Let's take a look. Whoa. You gotta be prepared. There's gonna be more pull in there, definitely way more than than you had before, And didn't like the feed again, but now as you can see, it's back to being a single action. All right, let's try to get that this time. Come on, concentrate. All right, so as a single action, I do like the trigger. I think it's definitely, as you can see, it's practically ready to go. So you do have a little bit of that preparation, which is literally just takes you back and that's it. And then, you know what, let me double check. There's nothing in here, nothing in here. So there's a little bit of that and it just stays there. And then from there, there's probably about 2.5, 3 millimeters that you can go the most, and then another millimeter, and then it's a snap. So there's a little bit, let me show you again, a little bit that goes back right there and then kind of stays there, right? And then there is a 2 millimeter, probably about 2.5, and then just a little bit more, maybe another millimeter, and then a snap. So pretty good. It's very easy to get used to this particular trigger. However, with the double action, as you can see, if we engage the decocker, and now obviously you have that extra, some people refer to this as extra safety because you have now that double action on the trigger, so obviously much more pull. So you do have about 3 millimeters there, and then just a little bit more. And as you can see, then we start to see our hammer doing the first action, and then after that, the next action. Double action. All right, so you kind of get the idea. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the features here and there. As you can see, there's a mag release, but it's only on one side. Keep that in mind. If you like the ambidextrous mag release, well, only on one side here. However, the mag release itself, the system, the operation system is, I really like it. It works perfect. I am a big fan of this magazine. It's very, very easy to load. As the mag release itself, releasing the magazine nice and smooth. Okay, so hard for me to pronounce that word. Now the safety itself, the decocker safety, is ambidextrous, as you can see it on both sides. Same as the slide release on both sides. Yep, which is not very usual for a lot of guns, and I really do like it. The slide release and the safety itself, I do like the way they designed them. It's very, very intuitive, very nice, very easy to use. Both of them, I do love it. Probably my favorite feature, however, here is that it has that indicator that there is something in the chamber. Pretty good. Now the sides are very standard, you know, front post, rear post, sides, dot side, nothing really crazy over here. The slide I already mentioned, it's fairly easy to rack, you know, it's very nice and smooth. I really like the way it's built. You know, you can tell that there's a lot of detail that was put into building this gun, because as you can see, there is really barely any play on the slide, so it's built very nicely. Of course, you do have a little bit of your Picatinny rail on the front if you want to mount a laser or, you know, flashlight, whatever you want to do. And we also have a steel guide right here as well, which is very nice. Definitely a nice thing to have compared to, you know, those plastic ones. Although sometimes plastics, they're not that bad too. Of course, you have your trigger guard with serrations here as well for some extra grip, which I personally do like, because you probably noticed my grip is sometimes I put my finger here. It really depends on the grip, if I have enough space. If not, then I do this, but I try not to, but sometimes I do, and that definitely helps. All right, one important thing that I wanted to point out here was this bursa. We figured it out with Mr. Cody. The reason why, it's not actually the ammo, so Aguila ammo, nothing to do with it. It's any kind of ammo, because right now I have a Winchester 40 Smith & Wesson and it's still doing the same thing, but we found out the reason why. Here on this particular gun, looks like the spring on the slide release is too tight, so whenever you get the recoil, basically, even if you're holding it with one hand, you know, without putting your finger up here, because if you do, your finger kind of pushes the slide release up. But even if you're shooting with one hand, what happens is, due to this recoil, the slide release kind of jumps up and locks the slide in place. So it's not the ammo that is getting stuck there in the chamber, it is actually the slide release. It's really specifically on this particular firearm that I have, so you shouldn't have any problems with Aguila ammo. You shouldn't have problems with this particular firearm, not this particular firearm, but with Bursa in general. But with this particular firearm, looks like me and Mr. Cody will have to tighten the spring here a little bit more so that it's not so light, it doesn't jump up that much. But we figured it out. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think about this gun. If you found this video useful, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.